Quarantine has been in effect for a few months now. Like me, you might be tired of doing the same things over and over and over again. So how about I share with you a few things that you can do to overcome quarantine emotions, stay motivated, kind of like what I'm doing for myself. Now, here's the deal. COVID-19 has truly been a challenge for all of us. Like the pinky and the brain, it's literally trying to take over the world. But if we each do our part, we can prevent that from happening. A good rule of thumb for me is to ensure that I take 100% responsibility for my life. Now, that isn't always easy, fun, or nice, because that acceptance looks like focusing on my successes and I'm focusing on my failures. You see, it makes perfect sense for us to use this time to figure out what it is that we're going to do with our lives. How is it that we can improve our lives during this quarantine lockdown? As opposed to doing all the right things the wrong way, you can decide to exit quarantine like a boss. Now, here's the deal. I know you have been exercising. I understand that. But by now, I've heard the stories. I feel the energy. You're tired of doing the same thing over and over. But before you toss your exercise clothes or bury your gym shoes, what about doing things a little bit different? Spice it up, if you will. What I mean by that is this. For me, I love to play tennis, but I don't always play tennis. My typical workout routine usually comes from my computer. But whenever I do get bored or tired of doing that same mundane set of exercises just in the house, I tend to head to the court. Now, I understand that we should be practicing good social distancing, and with tennis, I can do that. I can achieve that. And if push comes to shove, I can actually go to the court by myself and hit the balls on the wall. Now, let's say I do not want to do tennis or anything like that. Sometimes I choose to go swimming. That has a double benefit for me because I'm able to take my son with me and he enjoys a good day of adventure. That's a win-win if you ask me. Now, for you, maybe you're an avid swimmer or you're an avid walker, jogger. If you're always inside your house on your treadmill, for example, and you're getting tired of the same routine, how about you head outside, find a track or a park or something just to switch up your routine? If you're already exercising outside, then maybe you could do the same thing. Find a different place to walk, find a different park, just anything that allows your exercise time to be more fun. Now, when we're talking about switching things up a little bit, I want you to understand that physical health is great, but we also have to take care of our mindset as well. What I mean by that is this. We have so many things going on right now. There's protesting, there's riots, there's election, there's Black Lives Matter movement, there are injustices. It's a lot of heaviness, a lot of sadness, a lot of worrisome things and burdensome things. And in order for us to stay mentally sane, we need to counterbalance. What that looks like for me is doing things that makes me laugh. I love to laugh, like maybe watching comedies or funny videos. The last thing that I watched was a comedy called Overboard. It was hilarious. If you're able to watch Overboard, please do me a favor, comment below and let me know what you think about it. You understand? Now for you, I'm not sure what makes you laugh, but I encourage you to find that thing and go towards that as opposed to only keeping up with what's current. Because we must face it, what's current is kind of hectic. The third and final thing that I'd suggest that you could do is to ensure that you're using your time wisely. And by doing so, you could decide to learn something new. Or you could hone in and craft your skill sets even more. I didn't really like cooking that much, but since quarantine, I have been turning it up a notch or two in the kitchen. It's really helpful for me, it's beneficial, it's healthy, and I get to explore skill sets that I really didn't know I had. What is it that you can do as a new skill set that you can use with your time during quarantine? I want to encourage you all to figure out what it is that you can do to leave quarantine feeling like a boss.